Joining us now in the studio is the panel. And Gavin Newsom, the Democratic governor of California, responded to Governor Abbott, posting, quote, "Congratulations on your new position as Trump's #1 lapdog. I know you worked hard for it." This is an obviously response to Abbott signing these new Republican-leaning seats in the new congressional map. What's your reaction, Joe?
Well, I think people go first to the question of, as a lawyer, they say, is it legal? It's all legal. I mean, there's no point in going to Texas and fighting this or in California to fight that as long as the processes are followed. Is it a good idea? And I think it's disappointing. Look, as a conservative, we've been able to say for a while, the ones who change the rules mid-game are the Democrats, whether it's blowing up the filibuster or bypassing the Electoral College or packing the Supreme Court. Now we lose that moral high ground, unfortunately. And so it's a race to the bottom, and it's really unfortunate.
What do you think?
Well, I don't agree that the Democrats are the ones who change things midstream, but I do agree largely with your assessment here. And I also think there's a political opportunity for Democrats in the sense that, you've got Trump and the Republicans making this aggressive, essentially power grab to try to swipe more seats in the House of Representatives. What they're not talking about is, this bill that they passed, that they're nominally supposed to be out there right now defending, and yet instead they feel like they are not going to be able to make a case that's going to be persuasive, so they've got to try to change the rules. So I do think there's an opportunity for Democrats here to really drive both what they're doing to fight some of this action, but also to really drive a truck on, are the Republicans focused on the things that matter to you? Are they bringing your costs down? Are they bringing prices down? Are they doing what they said they would do? Or are they focused on this partisan fighting? Well,
I'll tell you who's focused on the partisan fighting is former President Barack Obama and former Attorney General Eric Holder, because they clearly are wading into the redistricting fight. They released this video that we're going to run just a little snippet of it.
It's Barack, and I am here with my good friend, Attorney General Eric Holder, because we're facing an existential threat to our democracy, and we need your help.
Rather than facing their voters at the polls next year, they're trying to silence them instead.
Help us meet this moment and preserve our democracy.
Do you really think this is an existential threat to democracy? I mean, as Joe pointed out, this is a legal process. It's not unprecedented. It might be unseemly, but it's not unprecedented. And, I mean, Democrats can still compete in these elections.
I think it's part and parcel of a larger attempt by Trump and the Trump administration to mess with our democracy, both around the edges and right down the middle. So, yes, I do actually think it's an existential threat, particularly when it's taken in the context of everything that Trump has tried to do to subvert all of our democratic norms.
Governor Newsom also said this about President Trump possibly deploying more National Guard troops to more Democratic-led cities and states. Take a listen.
The murder rate, that's nearly 4 times higher than California's in Louisiana. This Speaker Johnson, 4x higher. I'm just offering, again, you've not seen this on Fox News, so President may not be familiar with these facts.
I mean, he's accurate. His numbers are accurate. The homicide rate is higher in Louisiana. I mean, you could make the argument, send the National Guard to Shreveville.
Well, let's go back to legality, right? No problem deploying a National Guard here in D.C. That's within the president's power. Los Angeles, he had a good argument because there was a particular purpose under the statute to protect federal law enforcement. There's no such condition in whether it's Nashville or whether it's Chicago or whether it's Boston or whatever. So legally, the president would have a problem there. I think it's largely posturing. I don't see it happening, nor do I see it as a long-term solution. Look, as a long-term member of the military myself, we're not trained as police officers. And so it might look good. The presence might be good for a short period of time, but it's not a long-term solution.
All right. Joe and Kate, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Appreciate your being here. It is Labor Day weekend. For many, that means one final trip to the beach.